As the 2024 presidential race heats up, former President Donald Trump is once again in the center of attention. But this time, a powerful group of billionaires is actively opposing his return to the White House. These influential individuals, with significant control over both the economy and media, believe that Trump's leadership could be dangerous for the country's future and global reputation. From tech industry leaders to media moguls, these billionaires are not only voicing their concerns, but also investing heavily in rival candidates and progressive movements. Here's a look at 7 of the most prominent billionaires who are standing against Trump's 2024 campaign. Number 7, George Soros. George Soros, a prominent name in liberal advocacy, has been one of Donald Trump's most consistent critics. The Hungarian-American billionaire and philanthropist has devoted considerable resources to opposing Trump's policies, consistently backing causes that reflect his vision of a more open and democratic society. As the 2024 election approaches, Soros is ramping up his efforts, dedicating even more of his vast wealth to support progressive candidates and initiatives designed to counter Trump's influence. Soros views Trump not just as a political opponent, but as a direct threat to the principles of democracy and unity in the United States. Soros's concerns stem from his belief that Trump's return to the presidency would weaken democratic norms and deepen divisions within the country. He has long supported causes that promote human rights, social justice, and the rule of law, values he believes are at risk under Trump's leadership. Soros sees Trump's approach as one that encourages authoritarianism, undermines institutions, and creates discord among Americans. To prevent Trump's return, Soros is using his resources to support progressive candidates who focus on protecting democratic institutions, advancing civil liberties, and promoting social equity. He is also funding initiatives that address issues like voting rights, judicial independence, and racial justice, areas where he believes Trump's policies have caused significant harm. For Soros, the 2024 election is more than just a political contest. It's a critical moment in the fight to protect democracy and ensure that the United States continues to stand as a symbol of freedom and justice. His steadfast opposition to Trump is driven by a deep belief that the nation's future depends on resisting the forces of division and authoritarianism that he associates with Trump's presidency. Number 6, Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg, a former mayor of New York City, is no stranger to political challenges. He's a billionaire, media mogul, and philanthropist whose influence goes beyond his time as mayor. Bloomberg, known for his sharp business skills and dedication to public service, stepped into politics with a strong desire to make changes on a national level. In the 2020 Democratic primaries, Bloomberg ran against then-President Donald Trump. Though his run for president was brief, he made a significant impact by spending hundreds of millions of dollars on his campaign and efforts to defeat Trump, whom he saw as a major threat to America's progress. As the 2024 election draws near, Bloomberg remains a strong opponent of Trump. He's using his resources to support causes that challenge Trump's policies, especially on issues like climate change, gun control, and public health. Bloomberg believes Trump's approach has been harmful, and his investments in campaigns for climate action and stricter gun laws show his commitment to countering Trump's influence. To Bloomberg, Trump is more than just a political opponent. He's seen as an obstacle to the progressive policies that Bloomberg believes are crucial for the future of the United States. His continued opposition is fueled by a strong belief that Trump's return to power would hinder the progress he sees as vital for the country. Number 5, Laurene Powell Jobs. Laurene Powell Jobs, the widow of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, is another billionaire opposing Trump's 2024 run. As a philanthropist and advocate for social justice, Powell Jobs has consistently supported causes that align with progressive values. Through her Emerson Collective, she has funded media outlets and initiatives that challenge Trump's agenda. Her opposition stems from a belief that Trump's presidency would harm the fabric of American society and reverse progress on key issues like immigration and education. Number 4, Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer, a billionaire hedge fund manager turned environmental activist, has been one of Donald Trump's most outspoken critics. Steyer's opposition to Trump has been strong and consistent, especially marked by his bold move to launch a campaign to impeach Trump during his first term. This effort showed Steyer's commitment to holding the former president accountable. As the 2024 election nears, Steyer continues his fierce opposition by using his wealth and influence to support candidates and causes that match his vision for a more just and sustainable future. He is particularly focused on three main issues: climate action, economic justice, and political reform. Steyer believes these areas are crucial for the well-being of both the country and the planet, and he sees Trump's policies as a direct threat to progress in these fields. Steyer is especially worried about the environmental impact if Trump were to return. As a passionate environmentalist, Steyer has long advocated for actions to fight climate change, promoting a shift to renewable energy and stronger environmental regulations. He views Trump's denial of climate science and rollback of environmental protections as disastrous, not just for the U.S., but for global efforts to address the climate crisis. Beyond environmental concerns, Steyer is also deeply committed to battling corporate greed and economic inequality. He believes Trump's policies benefit the wealthy elite at the expense of working-class Americans, worsening the economic divide. Steyer's push for economic justice includes higher taxes on the rich. For Steyer, a Trump return to the White House would be a major setback in the fight for climate action, economic fairness, and meaningful political reform. His continued efforts in 2024 are driven by a determination to ensure that progress in these areas is not reversed and that the country moves towards a more sustainable and equitable future. Number 3, Reed Hastings. Reed Hastings, the co-founder and CEO of Netflix, is known for his progressive views and significant donations to Democratic candidates and causes. Hastings has been critical of Trump's stance on issues such as immigration. In the lead-up to 2024, Hastings is using his wealth to support candidates who oppose Trump and advocate for policies that promote diversity, inclusion, and innovation. Hastings believes that Trump's return to power could stifle the creative freedom and technological advancement that drive the American economy. Number 2, Pierre Omidyar. Pierre Omidyar, the founder of eBay, has been a consistent supporter of journalism and democracy initiatives that challenge authoritarianism and corruption. Omidyar has funded numerous projects aimed at exposing misinformation and promoting transparency in government. His opposition to Trump's 2024 run is rooted in a belief that Trump's presidency could further erode democratic institutions and norms. Through his philanthropic network, Omidyar is backing efforts to ensure a free and fair election and to counter the influence of disinformation. Number 1, Jeff Bezos. Topping our list is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon and one of the richest people in the world. As a powerful figure in the global economy, Bezos has often clashed with Donald Trump. Their conflicts have been especially heated over the Washington Post, a major news outlet owned by Bezos, which Trump frequently criticizes for what he calls biased reporting. These repeated attacks have deepened the divide between the two. In 2024, Bezos is once again stepping into the political arena, positioning himself as a strong opponent of Trump. With his vast resources, Bezos is using both his media influence and financial power to support candidates and initiatives that oppose Trump's agenda. His actions are motivated by more than just personal differences. Bezos is seriously concerned about what Trump's potential return to power could mean. To Bezos, Trump is a significant threat to important issues like press freedom, corporate responsibility, and global cooperation. He sees a Trump comeback as a direct challenge to the independence of the media, which Bezos believes is vital for a healthy democracy. He also advocates for corporate responsibility and ethical business practices, values he fears could be weakened by Trump's policies. On the global stage, Bezos supports initiatives that encourage international cooperation, which contrasts sharply with Trump's more isolationist approach. As Bezos channels his resources into the 2024 election, his efforts are driven by a desire to protect the principles he believes are crucial for the future of both the United States and the world. And there you have it, 7 billionaires who are using their power and wealth to oppose Donald Trump's 2024 presidential run. Whether motivated by personal convictions, business interests, or a desire to protect democratic values, these individuals are making their voices heard in one of the most consequential elections of our time. If you found this video interesting, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which billionaire you think will have the biggest impact on the 2024 election. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.